If they say I never loved you, you know they are a liar. Hello. I'm gonna be talking about focus today. I think focus is dwindling, and we need to try our hardest to retain it. Because without focus, we're all doomed to just become that one picture of the Gunner from the Swedish textbook in 1918. Let's talk about school now. When I was in school, I only focused on the topics that interested me, being English and history. I blame myself, but also I can't help but think the screen addiction had a role to play. It fucking did. Anyway, anything else, I just really couldn't have give a monkey's arse. I couldn't have give a flying fuck. Literally couldn't have cared. Apart from RE religion, because I just enjoyed asking questions and poking away at per miss. But the questions were there to be asked anyway. But for anything else, get the fuck. I've no time for you whatsoever. Let me sit here and stare at the window thinking about smoking bongs and running the killer in Dead by Daylight. I don't want to learn about gradients, sir. I don't want to. I don't want to learn about that shit. This was no fault of my own. This was no fault but my own. Or was it? My mind was elsewhere. Now, in hindsight, I'm 20, out of school. I've only got my GCSEs. Would I change that? Absolutely not. No way. I'm content with who I am. No thanks to school. The school system isn't inherently flawed. It has its shortcomings. Why aren't you teaching me how to handle my emotions and my money? When I was in school, right, we had a subject called Princess Trust. What the fuck even is that, lad? Lad, what the fuck was that? Like, Princess Trust? Who we trusting? We trusting Prince Andrew here. Cracker. But if you don't Princess Trust, you know the crack. 40 minutes a day just to sit and jerk off with your mates. It was a great lesson. I will say that, but not courtesy of the subject itself. I've taught myself a lot more outside of school. School taught me the foundations, but I built the fucking hive roofed Minecraft shack from it. It's a work in progress, but it's a beautiful work in progress. We're all beautiful works in progress. Playing Day Rise, Black Ops 3, because I was playing Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2. And George Romero and Call of the Dead. Lad, go fuck yourself. There's a reason you're fucking dead, lad. If you just fuck yourself, George Romero. If you played Call of the Dead, you know that he's just the worst cunt ever. Just gets in the way all the time. And let's just talk about the Wonderman and the fact that you only have 2 hits before you go down. That's a fucking travesty. Black Ops 3 is 100 times better than Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, and any Call of Duty that came after it. Black Ops 3 is the GOAT. And Zombies definitely gave it a little springboard in making it the GOAT. Let's talk about the fucking what we're here to talk about. Focus. Let's get talking about focus. Focus. There's pizza. Fuck up, lad. I didn't fucked it up as well. Jesus, boy. We've all been there, sitting down at a project we've been meaning to do. We've been really scratching our brains. Get this done. Monday, fuck, get it done. So when we finally do sit down to do it, we get that dreaded notification. Ding! Your mate has sent you a reel. You click on it. It's some boy doing the most stupidest thing that you couldn't even possibly imagine that someone could do. Or it's just some video of could be someone just getting shot or laid out by a fucking 40-wheeled lorry. But that's just that's what it's come to nowadays. You could just be sitting doing any task, and then next thing you know, you're writing about fucking whatever you're writing about, and then you're just seeing some boy in China getting laid out by a 40-wheel Scania. But we can't go 10 minutes straight doing that said task without touching our phones a minimum of 3 times. And who's to blame but us? Honestly, it's our own fault, like, for actually just lifting the phone and listening to the little voice in our head saying, "Look at that there, could be fucking hilarious. Could be a motive. Look at that there, lad. Your mate could be asking you to go out. Look at that there. Oh, that's close one." You know what I mean? It's just your brain poking at you because we're so used to actually having the phone. It's just the brain saying, "No, have a wee look at that, lad. Fuck this boring task. Fuck this reading crack, lad. Just grab your phone and just melt max forever. Um, this constant reaching for the phone is literally like drinking 8 cans of a drink that has in all capital writing procrastination from top to bottom, and then across it says, "Don't drink me, or you will turn into a slob." Each day, this drink is consumed by millions, dare I say billions, across the globe, and I was one of them. And see, everything I'm saying in this video, by the way, disclaimer, I'm guilty of literally everything in here. This isn't me ridiculing the world from my fucking room. This is me reaching out to the world with open arms and saying, please, we need to stop this. The CIA are one. um, we're so easily distracted nowadays, and it really hurts my heart. It gets in the way of us growing as people, as humans. All it takes is one notification. They take our focus completely from the task at hand. They're sitting on the gram for 20 minutes. Do 5 minutes of work and 30 minutes of scrolling. It's a sickening thing. We're all guilty of it, but we consume so much as well, and we don't even realize it. And the consequences of our own ignorance are so grave. It's unbelievable. It's so bad. And you won't even realize it until you actually do look around you after taking your phone away from yourself and like kind of just deleting the social media apps that don't make you a fucking weirdo. Like you have to have Snapchat. Well, I do anyway, so I can stay in contact with my friends. Also, I have on my phones YouTube Music, YouTube Studio, and Snapchat, and it's fucking brilliant. Um, but them apps and just constantly being on our phone and being distracted so easy just results in us and having the same attention span as your fucking dog that could be sitting right next to you, or your dog that could be on a grave, or the dog that you're getting pretty soon. We jump from app to app endlessly, just chewing, scoffing, gorging on short form content. There's a notification there. I'm not going to look at it. We're just eating it flat out, only until we pull ourselves out of it for 10 minutes and then rinse and repeat, back to square one. How can we grow if we're so distracted? Short form content is literally it's scientific. Look it up. It's scientifically scientifically linked to cooking our attention spans. Like our attention spans are literally being deleted, courtesy of what we eat all day being short form content. And don't even sit there and lie to yourself as well. Like people like I was a scroll maxer, like always have been, just constantly just scroll maxing, but it's my fault, and I've come to realize that. And then this as well as a fucking one I'm hearing about a lot, and it hurts. It sickens my heart. I haven't had this encounter much, but I hear tale of folks asking our contemporaries questions, and they literally can't even answer it. They just ask their phones. Lad. You're asking your phone. You're asking your phone what 4 times 8 does. You're asking your phone where the toilet is in your work. Lad, I can't find the box in my work. Is there a toilet? Where's the toilet in here, lad? You know what I mean? Go on, I'll take a picture here, I'll show you, lad. Go on, do you reckon the toilet would be in here? Go on, let me know. It's not even just that there. Like, I literally walked downstairs the other day and see my wee brother doing his homework, and he literally, this kid says, "Oh, I don't even use AI for this." Aye, obviously not, lad. Obviously you don't fucking use AI for it. Why would you? It's literally fucking basic maths. I'm not slandering my own family here, like, but I'm just saying that's the point it's getting to. It's getting to the point of people are literally saying, "No, I don't use AI for that. It wasn't me. I don't use AI." Why? Like, why is that even in the question? Like, you're sitting there. I don't even have to use AI to fucking stop now. So we now have access to an unprecedented amount of information no generation before us has had. They had books, but they didn't have fucking iPhone 18s where they could literally just within seconds have this full fucking like address and everything about him. You know what I mean? And that's scary too, because if it could happen to Big H, it could happen to us, man. And I'm not saying Big H as no, he's the goat. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Just we have to look back at it and just accept that it happened. So we have this genuine crazy amount of information, just at levels never seen before, just at our fingertips. What a bad down, holy fuck, that was ass. If you've seen that, you know the crack. We don't capitalise on it. We just do the complete and utter opposite of that. We let the short form content consume us rather than us consuming it. Actually, no, not the short form content. I mean the information. Like it just, you know what I mean. Like it's the phones are doing the consuming. We're not doing the consuming. You know what I mean? We should be consuming all that information that we have, all the good information, and soaking it all up and becoming the greatest versions of ourselves. Because with learning comes great self growth. That's one thing I've learned. It's one, and I'm never going to look back. I am never. I'm sorry. Like I might sound pure, but how I have been over the last 4 months is the greatest I've ever felt in my life, and I am not trying to go back to the old wicked ways. No fucking chance. But if people just rely on their phones for information, then what does that say about the incentive for learning? The incentive for learning says, lad, go and help me. I'm fucking dying. I'm dying, lad. Nobody cares. Go and help me. That's what he's saying. He's crying. He's crying out for help. He wants you to look at him and be, oh, I'll help you, mucker. I'll help you. I'll help myself by helping you. Incentive for learning. Our brains are also the greatest muscle in our entire body. Well, you could argue, what about your fucking every other muscle that you need? It's a house of cards, but the brain's the most important card. To keep the fucking brain is the ace of hearts in a game of Switch when it comes to this shit. Like, you are what you eat, and short form content every fucking day is like being an obsessively consistent mukbang YouTuber. You know what I'm trying to say. Our lack of awareness in harnessing the information that we have at our fingertips is just insanely baffling. And I am, as I said, I'm literally guilty of every fucking point I'm speaking about on this video. I'm completely guilty. Slap the cuffs on me, lad. I done it. It was me. But the difference is, I realised that the pillaging my brain was undergoing, I seen that the effects on my brain, courtesy of this shite that I'm talking about, and I took the steps to prevent said pillaging. My brain, it's not that it's no longer, it's in recovery. My brain is literally recovering from years of abusing and being obsessed with a phone screen. It's mental, like. But I urge you to do the same, my beautiful friend. I urge you to do the same before it's too late. Do it before you become the Swedish Gunnar. And that's all I have to say. I took a wee break there because I was feeling pretty burnt out. I flew too close to the sun, and I paid for it for the last couple of days. But feeling good now. I don't know if I'm going to be able to upload every day. That's, as I said, I flew too close to the sun, and I found out. But say maybe 3-4 videos a week. That would be pretty good for me. But if they said I never loved you, you know they are a liar. Shout out Jim Morrison, bro. Goodbye.